barely standing tall. Smiled at faces, but I felt the fall. I knew the songs, I knew the prayers, but lately hope felt thin like air. I tried my strength, I tried my way, tried staying strong, tried being okay. But every night the silence grew, and faith felt tired, but still it knew. I counted losses more than grace, felt like a stranger in a sacred place. I wondered if you still could hear a heart this worn, a faith this near. Every answer felt delayed, every promise felt afraid. I found a seat and found my knees. No pretty words, just broken pleas. My hands were shaking, tears fell fast. I said, Lord, I can't carry this past. I didn't come with reasons why, I didn't come prepared or wise. I came because I had no fight, no plan B, no strength left inside. If you don't move, I won't pretend. If you don't speak, I can't defend. All I had was what was true. I needed you to be you. And in the stillness, something stirred, a hope I felt before I heard. When I had nothing left to say, my tears began to pray. When the altar was my last hope, and the floor knew all my tears, when my faith was barely breathing, you were closer than my fears. I laid it down, I gave it all, every burden, every wall. When I had nowhere else to go, the altar was my last hope. I stayed right there, I didn't rush, didn't leave before the touch. Something holy filled the room, like grace that found me in my ruin. The weight I carried lost its hold, the fear I knew began to fall. You didn't shame my asking why, you just met me where I cried. What felt like ending felt like start. You were rewriting my whole heart. You spoke life into my collapse, turned my breaking into gaps, where your glory could get through and make all things new. When the altar was my last hope, and my strength had finally gone, when my prayers were just surrender, you reminded me I'm yours. I laid it down, I gave it all, every burden, every wall. When I had nowhere else to go, the altar was my last hope. And the tears turned into praise, and the silence broke in waves. What I thought would be my grave became the place you showed your grace. Chains fell off, my breath came back, my face stood up on holy ground. I didn't leave the same that day, the altar knew my name. When the altar was my last hope, it became my victory. What I thought was my breaking point was you restoring me. I laid it down, you lifted me, turned my scars to testimony. What the enemy meant to close, you turned into an open door. So if you're standing where I stood, with a heart that's barely good, run to him and don't let go. The altar is where hope still flows. walked in heavy, barely standing tall. Smiled at faces, but I felt the fall. I knew the songs, I knew the prayers, but lately hope felt thin like air. I tried my strength, I tried my way, tried staying strong, tried being okay. But every night the silence grew, and faith felt tired but still it knew. I counted losses more than grace, felt like a stranger in a sacred place. I wondered if you still could hear a heart that's wanted faith this near. Every answer felt delayed, every promise felt afraid. I found a seat and found my knees. No pretty words, just broken pleas. My hands were shaking, tears fell fast. I said, Lord, I can carry this past. I didn't come with reasons why, I didn't come prepared or wise. I came because I had no fire, no plan B, no strength left inside. If you don't move, I won't pretend. If you don't speak, I can't defend. All I had was what was true. I needed you to be you. And in the stillness something stirred, a hope I felt before I heard. When I had nothing left to say, my tears began to pray. When the altar was my last hope, and the floor knew all my tears. When my faith was barely breathing, you were closer than my fears. I laid it down, I gave it all, every burden, every wall. When I had nowhere else to go, the altar was my last hope. I stayed right there, I didn't rush, didn't leave before the touch. Something holy filled the room, like grace had found me in my ruin. The weight I carried lost its hold, the fear I knew began to fold. You didn't shame my asking why, you just met me where I cried. What felt like ending felt like start. You were rewriting my whole heart. You spoke life into my collapse, turned my breaking into gaps where your glory could get through and make all things new. When the altar was my last hope, and my strength had finally gone, when my prayers were just surrender, you reminded me I'm yours. I laid it down, I gave it all, every burden, every wall. When I had nowhere else to go, the altar was my last hope. And the tears turned into praise, and the silence broke in waves. What I thought would be my grave became the place you showed your grace.